Ah, Red Dead Online. What a game that was. Something with so much potential, and yet it never reached its full potential as Rockstar Games all but canceled support on it. But before we get to that point, let's look back on when the game was flawed but fun. So admittedly, I wasn't exactly a day one player, as I never pre-ordered the game or bought the Ultimate Edition that included early access to the online beta. I got RDR2 2 months after it came out for Christmas, and I of course loved the single player, but then shortly after I tried the online when it was still in beta, and it was laggy and buggy as fuck. Constant disconnects, and even when you were in a lobby, there were a massive amount of glitches. Not only that, but there also wasn't a lot of things to do, and the payout for missions was awful. The beta tag was also debatable, as the microtransactions were already open, but despite all the flaws, the game still had lots of potential. Alright, this is where the game left beta and started to get exciting, because yes, a lot of bugs were still present, but hey, I wasn't disconnecting anymore, well, at least in free roam. For some reason, I couldn't stay in other side modes or missions, except for free roam missions, and it sucks, because this was also the update that added poker, but I couldn't even do that. However, the greatest thing with this update for me personally was the community. I started watching Hazard's live streams, and from there, I met lots of great people, some I still talk with to this day. So I have Hazard and this game to thank for that. Okay, so to this day, Frontier Pursuits might be the greatest update in this game, because not only did we get new fun content in the roles, but we also got a bunch of great quality of life improvements, like, for example, the movement speed, and the community was even more great to be around. Though, the only bad stuff about this update were the fact that you had to pay gold to play the new roles, and there were still a lot of bugs, but overall, the best update to this game we ever got, in my opinion. Now, sadly, this update was good and bad, and why I say that is because the actual content was good, where you could quote-unquote buy your first property, even though we didn't really own it, but that's beside the point, because the Moonshiner role was a bit fun. Not as good as Frontier Pursuits, but still had its merits. However, the issue that plagued this update were the bugs that made this update unplayable, and obviously that kept this update from being remembered as a pretty good update. However, this was just the beginning of how bad things would get from here. So after months of silence from Rockstar and no new updates, plus being stuck with unplayable stale content, we were all wondering about the game's health. Now, I should mention that it's sort of understandable why the game had no new content, because there was a little virus causing a lockdown around the world in 2020, so the devs had to work from home, which slightly slowed development time, and it was probably hard to get actors to do motion capture for cutscenes. Though, at the same time, there were other game studios doing just fine with working from home, and Rockstar has a gigantic team, so it also made no sense why it took about 6 months for anything. But what about the actual update? Well, sure enough, we did get a new update, and it was mid. Which is not a good thing. Introducing The Naturalist, where you sedate and take pictures of animals, and if you kill any animals, this crazy bitch will spray you and knock you out. Yeah, it wasn't great. But there was a major highlight, and that was the Crapper finally being added online. However, the Naturalist part brought down the update a little. Alright, this is where I think the game truly started to go downhill. Because while Naturalist was a fumble, the game still had a chance, but that wasn't the case. Because we got a terrible change to the daily challenges, more bugs, and while it was great to see an expansion to the bounty hunter role, none of the other roles got that. Not even the boring Naturalist role. So, overall, not a good update, but just wait. It gets worse. So, Blood Money, hands down, has got to be one of the most disappointing updates ever to come out. Because we all thought we were finally gonna get an update where we would get to be a true outlaw, you know, robbing almost anything, like in the single player, but if only that was true. No, instead you meet Guido Martelli, Angelo Bronte's second-in-command, and after you talk to him and give him gold, you then unlock the Blood Money missions that they give to some of the existing Stranger mission givers, but just wait. You're not only robbing money and gold in these missions, you're also robbing something called Capitali, which is a currency that you can't really use for a lot. But there was also the missions that would pop up randomly, but they were all the same rob the house and deliver the goods loop. And it got boring after 5 minutes, so yet another mid-update at best. But even that's being generous. However, this is where things take a very bad turn. In 2022, Rockstar officially announced that the game would stop receiving major content updates to focus all resources on GTA 6. Although, I kind of find this to be an excuse more than anything to not work on the game. Because if you take a look at GTA Online, it still gets brand new content. Granted, it's not great content, but it's still something. But what does RDO get? Monthly events, the Halloween Pass 2 recycled every October, and Telegram missions very rarely. I mean, GTA Online still getting new content updates alone just proves that the part about GTA 6 is only half true. Because why are they able to allocate a small team to GTA Online, but they're not able to do the same for Red Dead Online? It makes no sense. But before I get to my closing statement, I'm gonna turn it over to my friend It's Kane to give his 2 cents. Take it away, Kane.
Hello everybody, it's me Kane and welcome to my segment of Destiny's Red Dead Online retrospective. Now first of all, before I actually get into my opinions of the game, I want to first give a massive thank you to my good friend Destiny Metal TV for inviting me on and let me give my opinion specifically on Red Dead Online and specifically the post-abandonment era that the game is currently in. Now, if anyone is wanted, I guess, a resume on my qualifications, if you will, on discussing Red Dead Online and I guess RDR 2 as well, boom, here you go. Yeah, I've been playing this game since launch night of 2018, back on October 26th, so I like to believe I'm very well equipped in terms of discussing the game. I like to believe. So, hopefully in this segment, I'll be able to add a few points here and there regarding the game, mainly towards the abandonment segment. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. After the disappointing Newswire post in July of 2022 that essentially announced that Red Dead Online was no longer ever getting any brand new real content updates, community morale was at the lowest point it's ever been in since the game first released. And to be honest, I don't even think the community has ever recovered from this. If anything, the morale has gotten lower and lower and lower to a point where it's just non-existence and it's just apathy we all feel nowadays. However, we actually did get something told to us in this newswire, and that Rockstar would be adding in some brand new Telegram missions and showdown modes in the years to come. And, well, were these new showdown modes and Telegram missions any good and worth playing? Well, let's get right into it. So the first one is called the Skelding Contract, and these missions were okay, I guess. I played them on stream back in 2022 in September. Literally, I think it was the launch day. Funny enough, it was the same day or the day after. I can't remember. I think it was the day after Queen Elizabeth II died. So, yeah, this content update was something, that's for damn sure. It had a limited time Telegram mission as well, and I'll be honest, this mission wasn't very good. And yeah, the only reason it's limited time is because it's more of a spooky mission. Cool, I guess. And what did we get after that? Nothing for the remainder of 2022. But hey, Halloween Pass 2 came back, so hey, if it ain't grinded back in 2021, at least you gotta do it again back in 2022. 2023 comes along. I believe it's August of 2023 as well. And we get another batch of Telegram missions, these being Rough Justice. And to be honest, these are some of the worst missions I've ever had the mispleasure of playing in Red Dead Online, if I'm being completely honest. Especially the third mission, The Bell Tolls. It's just trade route, but really bullshit, and you got enemies in war wagons and Gatling guns every 2 seconds. I know someone will say skill issue, but considering you're forced to play free aim in these missions, and they have pristine like accuracy, kind of like an Avon clone in GT Online. Yeah, I wouldn't say skill issue, buddy. Those fuckers are unrelenting and bullshit. And yeah, that was it for 2023. Oh wait, almost forgot to mention, Halloween Pass 2 once more came back. So if you have not finished it in 2022 or 2021 when it first released, hey, time to get it done, baby. Time to get her done. Then 2024 comes along, and well, you guessed it, we got some brand new Telegram missions. And I think these were even worse than 2023 missions. It's just escort missions. That's all they are. It's nothing else. It's just escorting for like 20 minutes and then you're done. It was not even fun at all. It was just there. It was just boring. Like, you escort some random lady in Blackwater, and then you escort a drunk in Saint Denis. Can't remember the other one, but that's basically it. Nothing happens. And, well, that was all that happened for the remainder of 2024 in Red Dead Online. Oh! Wait. Almost forgot to mention, Halloween Pass 2 came back once again. So, she didn't get grinded back in 2023, or 2022, or 2021. There you go! Time to grind her up again. Woo! Hey! And that was pretty much it for the remainder of 2024. And so far in 2025, The only real new content we've really gotten is this brand new mode called King of the Hill in Red Dead Online for the showdown modes. Not King of the Hill, as in the good King of the Hill. Just a really lackluster and boring King of the Hill, if you will. Or Pet to the Hill. I can't remember its name. To be honest, I don't really give a shit to even remember the names of these new modes because they're not even that good. Especially the mode, like the Hill mode, whatever it's called. I'm gonna just be straight up honest saying this. It did not feel like that Rockstar even QA tested the mode. And to be honest, same with even the new Telegram missions that released in the previous years. Some of them don't even feel genuinely finished, especially the 2023 ones. Those don't even feel like they were even play tested one bit. And you know why they only release these missions now? It's because they need to keep up the illusion that Red Dead Online is getting updates. Because they basically have abandoned the game, pretty much. All but in name, Like, it's still technically up. You can still buy gold bars if you really wanted to. But really and truly, the mode's dead. It's done. There's no new content coming anytime soon. The last real bit of real content we got was in July of 2021. We are in July of 2025 right now, as I'm recording this video. And we've not gotten a proper new update since then. Like, since 2021, right? Like, no new content. It's abysmal. And not just that, but re-releasing an old pass? Like, I get you can't re-release the old pass, Rockstar, but god damn! That is lazy, just re-releasing this, Halloween pass time and time again. And expecting people to fall for it. I'm sorry, but it's just lazy. And it really sucks because I've been playing this game since launch, and it kind of hurts me as like a veteran player. But I don't know. You guys can have your opinion, and you feel free to agree or disagree with my take. But I'm just here to tell you the facts as it is, in terms of the recent content for the game. Telegram missions and a showdown mode aren't going to be enough to make people want to go back and play this game like they did back in the heyday during 2019 and 2021. I'm sorry, but it isn't. So, yeah, that's basically my segment of the video. I want to thank you all for watching this part of the video, and even the video itself. And, if you want to check out my channel, do feel free to. I post all sorts of kind of content. Mainly Rockstar games, of course. So I'm gonna hand the video back to Destiny, and yeah, I'll see you all hopefully soon. Bye bye.
So RDO was a very special game for me from 2018 to 2022, which I never really say for any other game. I mean, 4,262 hours is certainly a milestone, and I will never forget the great memories I had playing it. And it's a damn shame that it never got the content it needed to reach its full potential. And even if the GTA 6 part from this statement is true, all I'm saying, Rockstar, is GTA 6 better be worth not supporting Red Dead Online single player and online. But we won't know until next year. But that is gonna do it for today. Thanks to Kane for giving his thoughts on the matter. His channel will be linked in the description, so definitely be sure to check him out. And whatever thoughts you have about the times of Red Dead Online, be sure and leave it in the comments below. And as always, I will see you all next time.